What's going on, man? How we doing? Absolutely, man. This is Mike Frank here with Boxing Guru. I have the pleasure of meeting with James CrunchTime Wilkins. How we doing, man? Absolutely, that's what's up. Got a super featherweight over here, up and coming. How you feeling during all this quarantine? Cardio kind of pretty important right now?
Right now, cardio is the main thing because with everything closed, all you can really do is your road work, your push-ups, your pull-ups, sit-ups, and that's really it right now.
Yeah, that's all you got, really. Feel you. Signed with Golden Boy Promotions in January?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I had one
Big
fight.
step.
Yeah, I had one fight with Golden Boy in, I think my first fight with them was in September 5th. And then they told me just stay ready and they'll have something for me. They said it would be something. I didn't know what it was at first. So I kept working hard, kept staying ready. I was supposed to fight Avery Sparrows.
Okay.
And he pulled out the fight. And I was real upset, heartbroken. Golden Boy had hit me up and they told me, listen, just keep working hard. We got something special for you. They sent me another fight date in January.
Okay.
And on top of that, they sent me my promotional contract the same day.
Same time?
Same time.
Okay. And
So
did you do that January fight?
I got to sign and fight.
Okay.
I got the best of both worlds that fight.
Yeah. And that puts you at 9-1, right?
Yep, 9-1, 6 knockouts.
9-1 to start that career.
Yes, sir.
Coming out hot.
Yes, sir.
It's kind of a little bittersweet if you signed in January and then March, this is when all the COVID happened.
Yeah.
We've been in pandemic for the last 3 months. So, I mean, it's kind of right when you got your shot, you know, you're kind of taking it back right then. Was that tough on you?
It's not really tough because I've been through adversity my whole career. So I wouldn't look at it as a setback. I would look at it as more time for me to grow with my coaches and my team. Coach Hector, Coach Carlos, Roy Jones, Coach Donald Driver. Like, it gives me more time for my coaches to see what I need to work on and what I can grow in. So I learned how to just turn a negative into a positive and believe in my team and know that when this is all over, that it's only going to make me bigger and better because I had more time to work.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you're used to adversity, so that's nothing, you know, you figured that out by now. Are you okay with fighting with no fans at all?
Absolutely, because I feel like as a fighter, we're supposed to give hope to people that need it, and they support us. They buy our streams, they tune in on the zone or whatever we fight on, so why not give back to the people that support us? Even though they can't be in attendance, they're still going to be tuning in, watching,
Sure.
and we're going to be doing what we love.
Yeah. One thing I've heard is some people, I mean, it sounds like you are okay with fighting with no fans because that's kind of how it was at the beginning of your career. I mean, that's how it was, right?
It's just your family and your team, so it's just going to be your team again.
Yeah.
That's all you need. That's the people you work hard with. It's great, don't get me wrong, we love to have fans in attendance, but it's better everybody stays safe and healthy. So if we can all fight and they can still watch on TV, I would love to do it.
Yeah. I mean, it's coming soon. I mean, June 1st, once that gets around, everything's going to flip over, I think.
Absolutely. I feel the same way.
It sounds like you, when I've watched a little bit of film on you, you're real charismatic. You like to get going. You like to kind of, you know, jig a little bit. You like the fans. So, I mean, you say that it won't hurt you, but do the fans motivate you in another way, or you think you can kind of get past that?
No, they definitely motivate me, but at the same time, I know what I fight for. I fight for my legacy, and just me being a young fighter, I have so much that I want to achieve and grow. Being around great people like my team, everybody on my team was established. It's not like they just said, oh, I'm going to train fighters. No, my coach Hector was a fighter. Roy Jones Jr., pound for pound king, was a fighter.
Absolutely.
Donald Driver was a great
Packer.
football player, like NFL, Packers. So it's like everybody on my team already kind of did what I'm trying to do. So with them showing me, I feel like that gives me more of a reason to fight because not only am I building my legacy, but giving the people that's already built their own legacy the chance to help me build mine. So it shows me what I have behind me, and I don't want to slip up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's now or never. I mean, you still got a while to go, but I mean, having those dudes on your side, I mean, we're talking, those are all big names. Oscar De La Hoya, Roy Jones Jr., Donald Driver, Paul, how do you say Paul's last name? Maji?
Paul Maji.
Yeah, I mean, you got everyone on your side is huge, and they've been through it, and they should be able to teach you through all that stuff. I mean, that's great to have all those dudes on your side, because a lot of people just come up with just family. I'm sure that's how it started, but...
And even in, like, when I was in the amateurs with, when I did the Olympic trials, I was there with Joel Judah, Zab's father. Like, I'm great, cool with them. Like, they're awesome people, too. They helped me through my amateur career.
Okay.
So it was always love with them, too. Like, I was definitely blessed with good guidance as I came along and built a name for myself, but it took time.
Yeah. For
people to see me, who I am, and understand that, okay, I work hard and I know what I want in life.
Networking is huge.
Absolutely.
I mean, in all aspects of life. I mean, boxing's not the only thing. It's all over the place. Have you heard, do you know Eddie Hearn?
Yeah.
The promoter?
Yeah,
have you seen what he's thinking about doing?
No, I don't really pay attention to media or what these guys do. I really just stay to myself, work hard.
Okay. So what he's thinking about doing is his backyard. So he grew up wealthy. He has a mansion in England, I'm pretty sure. And he wants to put on boxing in his backyard. I mean, it's a huge backyard. He has everything set up from the fitting rooms to the weigh-in room. He's got it all set up. He just has to get everything legalized. But that could be the next step. I mean, when we're talking about phase 1, phase 2 of getting back into it, it's going to be things like that. It's going to be kind of out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're good. You'll be okay. You'll be able to get past all that.
Oh yeah, that'd be smooth. I might have to talk to Coach Roy. Roy got a huge farm. We might have to just go drop
his farm.
Let's just drop a ring in the middle of the grass.
All right. I got dude, Roy Jones Jr. I kind of have a weird story about him. I met him and Lomachenko on a ferry home from China. I know that sounds kind of ridiculous. So I went to Manny Pacquiao versus Chris Algieri. Clash in Katai 2. And Lomachenko was on the undercard. Jesse Vargas was on the undercard. And Roy was training Jesse at the time. So in this ferry from Macau to Hong Kong, I was able to meet both Lomachenko and Roy Jones Jr. And dude, Roy was awesome. I mean, he was talking to me like, I could have talked to him the entire ride. But then when I talked to Lomachenko and I tried to talk to him and say like, hey dude, you're one of the fastest fighters I've ever seen, I just got a blank stare. And I don't know if that's a language barrier or what, but like I was trying to compliment him and it was just like, nope.
Yeah, I don't know too much about him. I don't know anybody close to my weight.
You're not trying to get close with any of those dudes?
I don't want to be a friend, none of that.
Yeah, so yeah. So tell me a little bit about your amateur career. I know Golden Gloves is huge.
Yeah, I won the Golden Gloves. I was a 5-time New York State champion, 2-time international champion. I beat Ireland, unanimous decision. I beat China, unanimous decision. Ireland, I stopped. I knocked the kid out. Atlanta, Georgia national champion. The national pals. I had a bronze medal. I got a bronze medal. That was one of the first nationals I went to. I had about 20 amateur fights when I went and did the pals.
Okay.
Out there, the PALs, I did that. Then the Olympic trials, I lost the controversy decision in the quarterfinals. I gave the kid 2 standing 8 counts.
Okay.
He was from Philly, and they gave him the decision.
Seriously?
2 standing 8 counts, swear to God.
And what did he get?
I did so good in that fight that USA Boxing knew I won. They paid for me to go to Tennessee and do the trials again, and I wound up just saying, forget the amateurs and went pro.
Okay, that's one way of doing it, I guess.
Because I was so heartbroken, like, man, like, how could you do that to me? And they knew that the judges kind of did me wrong, so they were like, all right, let's give this kid a shot, he deserves it. And I just turned pro. I didn't even want to go back.
You just gotta do what you gotta do at that point, right?
Yeah, that hurt me bad. I was like, man, you worked so hard to get to points like that, to where it's like everything just disappeared.
Yeah, it's rough. Tell me a little bit about the documentary Cradle of Champions.
Cradle of the Champions, we started filming, I believe, in 2017. The movie came out in 2018. Bartle had reached out to me at the Golden Gloves, and he told me it was going to be something good that he would like me to be a part of. So I was willing to do it because being a young fighter coming up, I feel like it's good that you could get that kind of exposure in an amateur level. So I was like, you know, like this is definitely something that would be good for my future. And I spoke with my mom and she was okay and thought it would be good for us to do. I did that. And the movie was great for the people that see it. It has a great storyline behind it because none of it is acted, it's all real. And every feeling in there, every emotion, everything attached to that movie was 100% real. Down to the point to where, like, from training to working hard to going through hard times, whatever we went through. And then the end of the movie to where I had lost. That set me to a point to where, like, I told myself, I gotta make sure that I never leave it in the judge's hands again. And that's when my pro career started, and I started going out.
So we were talking a little bit about how they would put you kind of in a darker light and Titus Williams in a brighter light.
Yeah.
Did that kind of get to you?
It did. It did a little bit, but I understood that I was young. And, you know, him being on his way out of his career, because he was older, still in the amateurs, like probably 28 years old, something like that, close to the end of his boxing career. They tried to give him some hope, I guess.
So at this point, have you kind of figured out your walk-in? You switch it up each time, or you kind of got a rhythm of it?
I got a rhythm to it now, to where, like, I don't know, it just depends on the beat of the song that I'm coming out to. I like to have fun with it. I don't want to walk out and like, everybody thinks you gotta have this mean face. I don't feel like I have to do that, because at the end of the day, once that bell rings, I know what I'm here to do.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you did in the walk-in.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna let me entertaining doing my job distract the fact that I have a job to do in the ring. I know by me having fun, people think, oh, he's young, he's not disciplined, he's this, he's that. That's not the case. I'm focused and determined, but at the same time, I give the fans and the people that support us what they want, what they come to see, entertainment.
Yeah, you're an entertainer. You know that, right? Yeah, it's a different ball game.
And I love it.
That's what's up. So after that first debut, you then got 4 more TKOs. So you start off 5-0. How are those fights between the debut and that 5-0?
After my debut, it got rough because I was in a not contract, but I was in a little deal with this promoter from back home that I knew, and he was like, oh, you know, we'll get you 3 fights. I was like, all right, cool. So we were doing that, but after my pro debut, he told me, oh, you know, I can't pay you today. Can I pay you in like a week? So I'm like, this is my first pro fight. I'm thinking like, I thought you could pay that after the fight. So he was like, yeah, I can't pay you today. I left my checkbook at home. So I'm thinking, all right, he either thinks I'm a fool, I'm stupid, or he really forgot his checkbook and he's just not going to pay nobody on the card.
Yeah.
So I told him when we left, I said, listen, you're going to have to give me my money. I don't know how you're going to get it, but I need my money.
Well, this is over.
I'm going to fight for free.
Yeah.
So after that, I had no way to fight in the States because I wasn't signed. So I was going to Tijuana and I was taking out loans from friends or people that I knew that owned restaurants.
That's wild.
I was paying like $1,200 a fight.
Out of your pocket?
Out of my own pocket.
For
Just to
loans.
fight.
Jeez.
That's not counting hotels, medicals. You gotta get your blood work. You gotta do all that to fight.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of stuff that an average fan doesn't know. They think that once you turn pro, you know, you're good. Like you're already up and in the pros, but no, that clearly is not the situation.
Not at all.
Yeah, that's tough. So, you know, you start off 5-0. We talked a little bit earlier. I asked if it was easy for you for those first 5 fights. You told me that it was quite the opposite.
Yeah, it wasn't hard to where, like, you know, like, I'm not dominating. I dominate a lot of people that I fight because I work hard and I'm determined. But at the same time, they don't come to lose. Nobody comes to lose. Everybody has a family to feed. So when you fight somebody that has a family to feed, it makes it harder because not everybody's going to be skilled, but some fighters are just ambitious. And when you're ambitious, you don't want to lose. So now you got to literally have the willpower to break another man down. Like, and that's what I love about boxing is like that I work so hard that I know as a man, I could break another man down. And I don't know, it's like gives me a rush.
Yeah, that confidence is booming out of you.
Yeah, it gives me a rush.
There we go. All right, so then you're off to a 5-0 start. In that 6th fight, you're up for a vacant ABF belt at that point.
Yeah.
Misael Lopez, I believe is his name. Can you walk me through that fight?
Yeah, so that fight, my uncle had called me. My uncle was helping me out with my career. I wasn't signed with anybody at the time. And my uncle told me they called him about this title, making $5,000, and I was homeless, sleeping in bathrooms, no food, no nothing. So I was like, you know. Was that in Vegas, New York? That was in New York.
New York, okay.
So at first I was like, damn, you know, do I want to fight and go through what I'm going through? Then my pride kicked in, and I said, you know what, make the fight happen. And he made the fight happen, and I was training like in and out of gyms, like from place to place. I didn't have a coach for that fight. I didn't have anything. Like one of my friends from back home, Sharif Sugar Boy, he signed with I think he signed with Rock Nation. His dad helped me out a little bit, but my uncle worked my corner that fight.
That was your corner guy, huh?
My uncle worked my corner.
Okay.
On a Showtime fight, my uncle worked my corner. I had no coach.
I mean, you've talked about family is important, so I mean, what a better way of
That's it.
that experience.
I paid for his license in the locker room, and he worked my corner.
Yeah. Everything I've read says that the ending of that fight was kind of controversial.
Yeah.
Most people think he got the knockdown. Judges ended up saying it wasn't a knockdown. Was that 8th round?
That was the 7th round.
Okay.
I hit him with an overhand right, and his glove hit the floor, and I dropped him. And I knew that I dropped him because I watched his glove hit the floor. And the reason I didn't hit him again is because I knew he was down, and I didn't want them to disqualify me.
Sure, yeah.
So I walked off after I dropped him, went to the corner, and they didn't count it. And they gave him the decision.
What they said it was a slip? Is that what they're saying?
Slip.
That's frustrating.
So after the fight, I told the ref he slipped on my right hand.
Some politics go into that, you think?
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. It was his. It wasn't. We fought in Oklahoma. He was from Colorado. It wasn't too far. Right there, right around the corner.
Yeah.
You know, there was a lot more to it. You know, when you're not signed, it don't matter how hard you work, and that's what I hope people that are not signed can understand, that you gotta work harder. Because when you're not signed, you're basically just fighting for a check. And it's a shame, but it's true. And then when you do get signed, now you got a target on your back, so now you're fighting so you don't lose.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like you had your uncle in your corner, and it sounds like he had a lot of people in his corner.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
The whole team, it is what it is. You got to take what you get and roll with it.
Yeah. After that, your next fight, you got your first KO. Was that kind of a revenge factor? Like, were you feeling that from the last fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I knew, all right, I don't want to never feel that losing again. Like, I'm not a loser. I know I work hard. I'm supposed to win. I work too hard to lose. So I don't like the feeling of losing. So after I felt that, I told myself I wouldn't let myself feel it again.
So when did you get with Roy Jones Jr.?
In the end of 2017 going into 2018, I started working with Roy. I met Roy in an accident. I sat in this lady's seat, and she just happened to work with Roy. And she asked me, hey kid, you're sitting in my seat. Can you move over? I moved over her seat. And she starts talking to me about boxing. She's like, you box? I said, yeah. I told her a little bit about my story and who I am and stuff. And she asked me if I knew Roy Jones Jr. I was like, this is my favorite fighter of all time. She's like, you're not signed? And I was like, no. No coaches? I was like, no, not really. I bounce around. Like, I don't got a stable home right now. Go from place to place. I was never ashamed about my story. And when she heard that, she was like, man, I'm going to talk to Roy about you. If he's interested in training you, I'll shoot you a call back. So she called me the next day and she said, here's Roy's number. He said, text him. So I texted her and I said, hey, what's up, champ? This is James, the boxer. He texted me back, hey, what's good, kid? How you feeling today? I said, man, this ain't Roy Jones Jr.
You're like, no way.
No way. I said, can I FaceTime? He was like, yeah. So I FaceTimed him, and he was at the fights, announcing the fights at the Saddam Ali Miguel Cotto fight.
Okay.
And he asked me, he said, when can you come to the house to train? And I said, to your actual home? He was like, yeah. I said, man, you fly me there tomorrow.
Like, let's get it done immediately.
That's when I left and I just started training.
Okay. Is he, I mean, he seems, everybody knows he is, pound for pound, one of the best boxers of all time.
Best boxer of all time, but not even that, just a great man, a great human. Roy now, to me, is like a father, literally like my father. I have my own room in their house on the farm, and they have a guest house on the farm. I got my own bedroom. His family, Miss Jones, his kids, Miss Jones like a mother. The kids are like my brothers. So like, I have a great bond with them. Just great people all around. Like, Roy did so much for me outside of boxing that I have nothing but respect for that man, and I know one day I'll be able to show him how much I love him.
Yeah.
By actually bless him with something that I feel would be nice.
Hell yeah. Is he, as a trainer, is he kind of a hard ass? I mean, he seems like he's going to get it done in the ring.
He is.
Especially as a father-like figure now,
yeah,
he's going to act a little different.
He cares a lot about me, but Roy is still Roy Jones Jr., so he's not around too much.
Okay,
And that's why I'm based in Texas, and I have my team out here, Coach Hector and Coach Carlos and Donald, because Roy is still being Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah, so, he's got a lot of stuff going on.
But he's still here. He comes to Texas every now and then when he can.
Okay.
But no, it's still great. He'll let me know what I need to work on. My coaches out here are great, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, that's cool. Like that. All right. Looks like your last fight, James Early. Is that who your last one was? At the Alamo Dome? Yeah. Is that the biggest arena that you fought in?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Was pretty busy?
Yeah, it was packed. And then, like, even the weigh-ins, like the press conference and stuff, like, you know, coming from fighting in Tijuana, Mexico to fighting at the Alamo Dome on a Golden Boy card, like, man,
it was
like,
a huge difference.
When we were walking through the arena, I was telling my manager, I was like, damn, man, this shit big.
Kind of forgot everything that you were gonna do.
Yeah, like I don't even think I did my little dance that fight.
Yeah,
I didn't even get to do it.
I gotta get to the ring immediately.
Yeah, I was ready to get to the ring and go get a win.
I feel ya. Well, what's next for you? Has anyone reached out to you with Golden Boy, or?
No, I just do my part, train, work hard, and I let my manager handle all the business stuff. Because as I was coming up, he would tell me, oh, you know, you gotta just work hard. Do what you gotta do. Work hard.
He'll take care of the rest.
Yeah. Because me being young, I'm kinda like itchy for what I want.
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't know how to go about saying it. I just kinda demand it and think I'm gonna get it because I'm young and I want it now. So really right now, me growing day by day, I really just work hard and just leave everything to my team. Because I know as long as I work hard, it's going to be there to happen.
I mean, you're at a point in your career where you can sit back, do your training, stay in shape, and let them deal with all the other stuff. And that's a different. You got to that level. How's that feel?
I got nothing else to worry about. I gotta work hard, be me, and enjoy it.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's talk about a little bit of stuff that's been going on. I watched a video of you saying that Deontay Wilder would easily beat Tyson Fury. How do you feel about that comment now?
I like Wilder as a person, great, cool guy. I think he's a great puncher, and I feel like no matter how many times him and Fury fight, until he can learn to control that one punch and set it up, Fury will get him by points. I don't think that Fury should have stopped in that fight. I don't know what was going on with him or his body, but at the end of the day, you gotta give credit when due.
Yeah.
Fury's a great boxer, and we all knew that, but I just thought Wilder had enough to get him out of it. Yeah. I didn't think that would happen.
Dude, once that ear punch happened, Wilder's equilibrium was off the rest of the fight. He was wobbling around. I mean, he could not even stand still at times in the fight.
And that's another thing. I just feel like Wilder doesn't have, he's not, how do you say, like, he's not, Wilder's not a big guy on technicality. Wilder's more of a, I'm going to get you out of there, and he can and will get you out of there.
Sure, yeah. If he catches you.
If he catches you, it's over.
Yeah.
Anybody. And it's still like that. Just because one person got his card for one fight, it doesn't change who he is as a fighter or a person or a champion. I think he's still a warrior and a true champion. And I know he'll be right back on the heavyweight division.
Yeah, he'll be back. I mean, it's frustrating because media, I've been seeing a lot of stuff where it'll be like, can Deontay Wilder ever get back to where he was?
Absolutely.
He didn't go anywhere.
He didn't go nowhere.
I mean,
this is boxing. Like, this is boxing.
He went up against the best, one of the best. That's what's going to happen. I mean, you're not gonna win every single time. Adrian Broner, you a fan of his at all?
I don't never got nothing bad to say about fighters because I know we all go through things. But do I think that he can carry himself a little better? Yeah. Do I judge him? No. Every man's gonna do their own thing. But you know, sometimes you gotta remember too, Broner, me, like guys like myself, like we come from nothing. Like we come from where it's okay to be corny and act silly, you know, like
okay. Yeah, you gotta put on the persona a little bit.
Be a goofball with your friends, but sometimes we don't know how to control it going into the entertainment or going into the business part.
Yeah.
And that's why me, as my own brand, my own business, I leave that stuff to my team and I just have fun.
I got you. Yeah, it's funny. He came out and said that he wants $10 billion for a fight, or he's just going to be a rapper. That's what he just recently came out and said. Give me 10 mil, or I'm going to stay in the rap game. It's a little funny, you got to admit.
It is, but you can't demand none when you're not doing what you got to do as a fighter.
Yeah.
If he does what he has to do as a fighter, he can demand stuff. I think he has a lot of skills. I think he could still be one of the most skilled fighters. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do I think he works hard? No. Do I think he's disciplined? No. But I'm an honest person and I tell the truth.
Yeah.
Do I think he has skill? Like I said, yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, he got to the point he got to where he is for a reason.
He's a four-time world champion. You gotta respect him. If he quit boxing today, in my eyes, he's still good.
Yeah.
Is he a goofball? You know?
For sure. What do you think about Floyd and Devin Haney and Javante? How do you say Javante?
I don't know.
Yeah, all in whatever. Yeah. What do you think about that situation?
I don't really think nothing of it because
It's just kind of fluff. The media is making it more than it is.
And on top of that, you know, all these fighters, like, they just want something for you to talk about. It's like a big soap opera. Like they argue like women. And then it's crazy because they all go back and talk to each other later on that day. Like I swear to you, I know about 3 of these fights you see on social media that I know are fake. Like I seen people like
Mike Tyson.
Like I don't know if Mike's a fake. Mike still got it. But like you see these guys and like they'll plan these little debates that they have on Instagram that a lot of media thinks are real.
Yeah.
And they're acting.
They're building up like fake hype.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yo, let me disrespect you for 2-3 days and then I'm gonna be your friend tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's all for the camera.
That's frustrating. I know you say you don't really like to be friends with boxers that are close to your ranking, but as a fan itself, do you have a weight class that you like to follow?
I'm a fan of the welterweight division.
Absolutely.
147
One of the best.
147 is a packed division. Even 54. So my pick at 47, I like guys like Crawford, Virgil, Earl. Like these are the fighters I like to watch as from a fan point of view. Like good action-packed fights, you know. From a knowing them, I like Virgil. You know, I know him. I train alongside him.
That's
so
awesome.
He's a real cool kid, humble, extremely hardworking like myself, and
don't let him catch you with one during training.
Yeah, dedicated. Coach Hector has us do a workout where you hold the ball and you got to punch the ball out of the hand.
Okay.
So after every workout, we do the push-ups, the cards. Man, I think I did more push-ups with that workout than with Virgil punching the ball than I did in my own workout with the cards.
Jesus.
Kid hit the ball out of my hand like
come on, Virgil. Why you gotta do me like that?
I did like 100-some push-ups. Then he only did like 50.
But I mean, you're getting better, and that's what
I knocked it out of his hand.
that's
like
what you want to be
times.
doing anytime you can, right? Just getting better and better. Ringside Mike is my Instagram name. Working for Boxing Guru. I'm here with Hector.
Yeah.
Correct? What's going on, man? Carlos? Nice to meet you, fellas. Absolutely. Both training CrunchTime at the moment, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. How's everything going? I know kind of it's a weird time, so you kind of can't be in the gym all the time, but what have y'all been doing to help him stay in shape?
Well, he's been working on his own, really running, you know, those type of things. I think Tuesdays when we'll get back to the gym and they'll let us train for sure now. And since we're at Irving PAL, so it's part of the PAL, it's a little bit more strict.
Okay.
But Tuesdays when we'll be back at the gym training full time and back to our normal routine somewhat.
Gotcha. I've read a few things about his sparring game, and he can kind of get a little intense, and sometimes you guys may have to pull him off. Is that something you guys have to deal with a good amount?
Yeah. Well, it's happened a couple times, but we love it. It's part of boxing. You know, you want an alpha male fighter.
Yeah.
And that's just the type of fighter that he is. I think more than anything is just kind of controlling his emotions is what we need to guide him so he can be a better fighter.
Yeah. What's up? What's been going on with you guys during this corona and pandemic? Just doing what you can do?
Yeah, everybody's working at home and just like Hector says, he's running and do everything. I'm just waiting so this stuff can hopefully will be soon.
Gotcha. And hopefully he gets a phone call soon so you guys can start ramping up an actual training camp.
Yeah. Good thing about him, he stays ready. He's a horse. He's just always working. He's an animal, so that's good. He'll send me videos of him running and his time, and I just did some push-ups, coach. This is what I'm doing, so that's good. It's good to know that he's working hard, and it just shows that he's hungry to fight.
Yeah. What would you say were some of his strengths?
Him, and we were just talking about this with Jason, his manager.
Yeah.
He hits hard, that's one thing, but there's no quit in him. And he's always at 100%, like go every round. So that's hard to do. That's real hard to do. You get guys that take breaks, that manage their time, and he's just not like that. He's going to put 100% pressure, apply pressure, and let's get after it and let's get going. And you think he's gonna fade, but he doesn't. And that's just the type of energy he has. That's the type of fighter he has. His mentality just goes to show how he has tremendous potential.
Okay, that's awesome. So his stamina is good.
Yeah.
You guys got him conditioned
Oh yeah,
real well.
yeah, definitely. He said he's been in the best shape prior to this than he's ever been before. So that's good to hear. Lets us know we're doing something good.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to having our next fight.
Any weaknesses that you guys can point out for me?
I don't see.
The answer can be no. That's
I
fine.
don't see any weaknesses. He knows what he wants, and he's working hard every day. And like a coach, we don't have to worry about him when he's doing the stuff. He always do double time. We ask him to do something, and he do it fast, hard, and then
He's getting it done immediately, huh?
I think if any weakness would be probably his emotions. Sometimes he just wants to kill someone.
Okay.
And that's probably the only thing that I'd say we have to work on is just settle down. Sometimes you got to be a little bit smarter and do things this way. But that's the only thing that I would have to say. I believe you always have to be honest with your fighter. And if he can, he's been applying himself to that. He's been applying himself to working hard, and he listens. So that's one of the things that we like. And you know, before he was telegraphing his punches a little bit, and that was one of the first things we started working on. And he's like, no, I get it now. I get it. I see it. I know what you're talking about now. So he's been practicing those little things, and I just like seeing that he's acknowledging it. And he doesn't take it in a bad way.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't feel like we're attacking.
Easy to
him.
coach.
Yeah,
He's not taking it. Yeah, sure. You say that he kind of, he's go, 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 go. Is he ever wasting any energy?
No.
No? He's good in that regard?
Yeah, that's not him. That's
Okay.
not him. He's going to leave it all in the ring, for sure. Yeah.
Well, fellas, I appreciate the time.
Thank you.
We look forward to seeing him back in the ring.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.